recording. Happy whatever day you're watching it, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening. We're just happy that you're here joining us. So the rest of you watching us live, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Mindful Morning Minutes. We're so excited to have you guys. We're very happy that you guys are joining us here on this fine, wonderful day. And excited to share today's lesson, today's tips, and really see if we can kind of tackle a bit of a fun thing, because we want to get on to how to savor the season, how to make this season a good one, and really enjoy yourself, enjoy things, and get through any of the parts that maybe are a little tougher for you. So this is I'm Earl Weiss. This is Julie Tunador, and we are so happy and glad to have you guys here. We're certified hypnotherapists. We help people change habits, behaviors, and in the most rapid way possible. And we really love helping people just have a nice time, how to feel good, how to have things really work. So we hope you've had a chance to see some of our content. Make sure to join our Facebook group, or follow us on social media, or YouTube, Instagram, where we share a bunch of content, share things, and yeah, we'll get right to it.
Yes, and just for fun, it's that time of year. So it's the holidays, it's time. As much as the holidays can trigger emotions and bring some stress, there's also this warmth to the holidays that we can all feel. This, I don't know, magic to me is what it always feels like, this magic in the air that's really amazing around this time of year. And we want to do something fun with you guys. So Earl and I were just talking, what can we do to get people playful, having fun, and yet continue to serve our community and give something back? So we know that everyone right now needs more love and positivity. So if you share and invite people to join the Facebook group of MindYouphoria, then we're going to keep track. It'll ask a little question when new members join, how they found our group. And if they type your name in, we're going to keep track. Yeah. What do you say? Should we do probably the top, I don't know, at least top couple of people who share the love the most? We're going to give away some free hypnotherapy sessions. So we're putting the love out there. We know that we can all use some support. We were not put on, that's right. We weren't put on this planet to do everything by ourselves. We were meant to do things together and connect, and we're stronger when we're together. So we're happy to support you. And we would love to just ask you to share our group and share this time, and we're going to give away those free hypnotherapy sessions. So we want to throw that out today just for some fun and something to do, something to get involved in and have fun with. And yes, so we'll put that out there for you guys and have fun with that. And let's start talking a little more about the holidays and what that brings for you. Share with us how many people are feeling the magic? How many people are feeling a little stress or overwhelm? How many people are, possibly being triggered in some way? Maybe there's this loneliness and distance right now with the pandemic or whatever it may be, and maybe you're having all the above. Maybe it's super magic and there's still stress. That's okay. There's not just one thing that's possible. So share with us where you're at with the holidays so we can best support you. And let's talk a little bit about what holidays can cause for us sometimes.
Absolutely. Holiday stress isn't really a new thing. It's been around, but this time can be even particularly stressful, a little different. Maybe some of you are having Zoom dinners instead of in person. And as our body perceives stress, well, your adrenal glands, they make and release this hormone called cortisol, and that goes into your bloodstream. And cortisol is often referred to as, you guessed it, the stress hormone. So this it causes an increase in your heart rate and your blood pressure. It's basically your natural fight or flight response. So it's cool because it's kept humans alive for thousands of years. It tells us like, oh, we got to run from something. No, we got to, so it gives you the ability to like overcome something in a moment. Like, oh, we need to run, or we really need to fight. And so it'll like preferentially give blood to your limbs, and you'll be like, oh, now I can fight things, or I can run really fast. But it also might do things like, if there's nowhere to run, nothing to fight, well, it's just like an invisible something. Well, an invisible something you can't really directly fight that, or you can't really run from it. And so that energy is being released into the body, and it's got to go somewhere, right? So what happens? Well, if there's nowhere to go, well, oftentimes we kind of develop coping mechanisms for that increase in stress. And many coping mechanisms aren't super beneficial for us, and they might become maladaptive behaviors. And so what's a common one? A common one, you might see it over this season a little bit. I know it's mine. It's overeating. It's because where do you run when you can't run? Well, I can run some food into my mouth. So, there's always it's why we bring, these mindfulness tips, these things, is to help us have other outlets, because it could be very easy to just fall into a behavior, a habit, something that we've had for a while. And so what we're bringing to you today are ways to take those old habits, those old behaviors, and shift them into maybe better ones that may serve you and make things a little happier for you. So, this is the importance of our self-care. Know to take a few minutes for yourself, a bath, a good night's sleep, or do anything that you enjoy just for you when feeling that stress.
Yes, absolutely. It's funny when you say that. I think it does come more at the holidays, that at times, and admit if anyone else has ever done this, do you find yourself with the fridge just open, staring in it, and you're like, how did I even get here? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just staring in my fridge. Yes, that happens to me. And that's okay. So we're going to get into, today is all about just giving some holiday love, holiday tips, things not only to make us a little more aware of what we're wanting for ourselves through the holidays, but what we're not wanting, right? How we don't want to feel in January, and how to do things that feel good without taking ourselves down the path of eating that entire pie and things like that. And I want to start out with talking about, I love the micro habits, Earl, and I love the micro habits. So some mindful micro habits that will support you through this holiday season. And I think the number one thing that stands out to me, and we often don't do because we get in the busyness of making lists and what are we going to cook and what are we planning and where are we going or who's coming and, the meal, the decorations, all of those things. And sometimes we forget to sit down and think about what is truly important to us about the holidays. And what do you want to get out of your holidays? Is it the meal? Do you enjoy cooking and baking, enjoying the food, the smells, the taste, sharing your food with others? Is it the people and that connection and the time? Is it making the holidays magical for kids and young ones that are around so that they can feel and have those memories, right? The memories, that's the best part of holidays, I think, for all of us. That's what we hold on to, is, all the memories that are made. So if you're thinking, yes, for me, it's really about the meals. It's about the food. It's about sharing that food. There's something in the connection of being able to do that. Then you can add some little micro habits, like taking a moment to mindfully look at all of the dishes that are prepared, noticing the colors, noticing how everything's laid out when you're eating and your fork comes up to your mouth, just taking that tiny second or two to actually allow yourself to smell the food before you eat it. Our sense of smell, as we know, is linked more to memory and emotions than any of our other senses. So taking the moments to smell and encouraging, if you have any children or young ones around at the holidays, encouraging them to do that too. There's a memory that will come back connected to that. And if it's people, if you were thinking, no, it's the people for me, it's the people, it's the connection. I mean, whether it's virtual, we know that there's a lot of virtual Thanksgivings happening this year and other holidays going virtual. And that's great, because if that's how you can connect with people, fantastic. The connection is the most important thing. And feeling connected during the holidays is very important. So you could just decide that I'm going to take 3 seconds, and every single person I greet if I'm able to greet them in person or see them even over a camera, that I'm going to take 3 minutes to just look them in the eyes and really mindfully take them in and share that moment. Or it could be something as simple as you place your napkin on your lap, just taking that moment to stop and pause for a second and just send out the energy of one thing you're grateful for. And it might be the people around you, it might be something else, but just taking those little micro habits, things that you already are going to be doing, bringing the fork to your mouth, the napkin on your lap, greeting people in one way or another, and bring in that mindfulness, bring in what is really important to you, and safeguard that, make that a priority for you this holiday.
I love those. Those are fantastic. Well, I'll give us another one. What's another tip? So this one, because this one's a big one for me, as I happen to be the overeater who copes with things, is to eat mindfully, right? Work on chewing and tasting the food while eating it slowly, right? That way you're consciously choosing what you eat instead of just quickly grabbing things and just because you're hungry, right? And you can think about those, the way the behaviors kind of started. What was it like eating as a child? Were you forced to eat everything on your plate? Did you have the same amount as the adults? Were you kind of forced to eat larger portions, or was there anything healthy on your plate? So just taking a minute to kind of appreciate the food as you're taking it in will actually give the brain time to process and really enjoy it more, because you actually will enjoy the meal more if you do something, actually savor it a bit, and that'll actually release more of the feel-good hormones with that food. And so one way of really activating that is to just look like, well, I don't know, I kind of mindlessly eat it and it tastes good, but then it's gone and I want more. And so it's to actually just chew the food 20 times before you swallow it. And that actually forces you to fully change it. And it'll help your digestion, because then your stomach doesn't need to do all that breaking down. You've already made it nice and easy. So it's just something to think about, is like how to eat mindfully. Well, an easy way is to just chew the food 20 times. And you'll notice that alone will help you not just overeat, because your brain will be like, ooh, we're really liking this. Ooh, nice, tasty, yummy.
Yes, that's a tip for me to take in as a mom. If anyone else has been a mom of young children, you kind of just, it's survival eating. It's like drive by, so chewing my food. I'm going to do that. For sure. And just another tip and idea is to take out this feeling that we sometimes have as we go through the holidays of this now or never. It's telling yourself that, I have to eat all of this, or I have to eat all of these foods because it's either, this is the time, it's now or it's never. Because that idea that there's only one time a year we can eat these foods, we know that's not true. We know that we can tap into these foods at other times. We don't have to eat the whole pie just because it's a great day to have a slice of pie. We could have pie on a different day as well. So just shifting that mentality so that you don't feel any extra stress around needing to eat a certain something or an amount of something and then feeling uncomfortable afterwards. That mindset shift really helps.
Another thing we can do, find some healthy substitutes for things. Instead of, like, a great substitute for sour cream is Greek yogurt, or instead of mashed potatoes, I don't know if you've ever made cauliflower mashed potatoes, but that's actually a newer favorite of mine, because that was something I learned. I was like, oh wait, I can actually make this taste like mashed potatoes, and as someone who enjoys mashed potatoes. And the cauliflower is a little bit healthier, right? So, or you could do a sweet potato mash instead of the white potatoes. You can make homemade hummus over a cream-based dip. Add in smoothies as a snack. A nice, healthy, yummy smoothie. You could have some veggies, some fruits. You can go for just filling your plate with just a few more vegetables than you might normally. And you'll see that substituting just a few of these things will actually help you feel even better at the end of the meal. Like, ooh.
Absolutely. Even I love eating my veggies first. So then I'm like, okay, I got that in.
That's out of the way.
Let's move on. And when eating big meals, this one is very, very useful. when eating large meals, think about leaving the food in the kitchen and allowing people to either fill their plates or filling people's plates for them. And if the food's in the kitchen and it's not just sitting in front of you at the table, then there's less of a tendency to overeat, because simply smelling and looking at food can appetize you. So it can, get you to dig in there for those couple scoops of mash that maybe you don't need. Whereas if it wasn't in front of you, then your body would have time to digest enough and you'd be just feeling like, wow, thank you. I feel awesome. I'm perfectly full. So that one's helpful too.
I want to see, we can consider shifting focus a little bit from, if there's someone who it's all about the food, because I'm someone who's all about the food. So this one's for those of you like me out there. You consider shifting the focus to some creative projects instead of just focusing on that food, because maybe you could do an activity with your kids, with your family, with your friends. Maybe that activity can be picking a short story that you guys read and talk about, something as interesting as that, or just like a fun arts and crafts activity. Let's make little turkeys or whatever it might be. And so if you bring a nice, like, thankful exercise into your holiday, you'll find that those may be the things that you end up enjoying more than the meal itself. Like how loving it was to be able to talk about this thing that we wouldn't have done had we not decided, hey, let's do this. So just think, what are a few things that you could do?
Yes, absolutely. I'll share a couple that we like to do on our November holiday. If anyone is getting together and doing any kind of a Thanksgiving meal, our focus is really on gratitude and thankfulness for what we have. So I like to do different things every year. Sometimes we'll take like a basket and everyone will have something to write with on a piece of paper, and they'll write down one thing that they're grateful for. And it can even be something that they're grateful for that other people may not know about, and then fold it up and put it in the basket. And then once everyone has it in the basket, shake it up. And then you send the basket around again and everyone takes one out and then reads it and tries to guess whose it is. I love that one. There's also, you can play like gratitude or thankfulness memory, where you go around the table and everyone says one thing that they're thankful or grateful for. And then the next person has to say that person's and theirs. And it keeps going until the last person has to say everyone. Like, it's a memory game where you have to remember everyone's at the table. And that just really gets everyone into sharing that energy of thankfulness and gratefulness. Yeah.
That feels really good. I like that one.
Yeah, it's just fun ways of bringing in some more of that connection and mindfulness, and that, can work now that there's chat and things on Zoom. It can work remotely or in person. And that brings us to this idea of healthy boundaries around the holidays. And I think this is really important, that we don't succumb to the overwhelm, the stress, the pressure. Sometimes we can have families that want things to be a certain way, or people that might be a little bit stressful in the holidays. So if you have a focus for your holiday, for yourself, for your family, then we just encourage you to set those healthy boundaries, really safeguard what's important to you and to your family. And don't let don't let the guilt come in, because that's not yours. That's not for you. It's for you to just step into what you're really wanting out of your holidays, stay mellow, stay focused on yourself, your family. And if there's anyone who is going to be present at your holidays that might sometimes bring a little extra stress or pressure or tension into your holiday, then think of it as an opportunity to really shift that and try expressing gratitude towards them and any positive things that they do or that they bring. And notice how that really changes how everything unfolds for your holiday. If you're constantly looking at that person, looking for something to compliment or feel grateful for, and give that one a try. I know we all have family, and this might be an awesome exercise for everyone to try.
Another family exercise is family exercise. Even simply adding that into the holidays can be a really, really awesome thing. And I know my family's going to hate me for saying this, but add a little exercise, guys. It's even if it's just going for a little walk as a group, or adding, just 30 minutes of movement, or even if it's asking a friend or a loved one to join you even over Zoom, just for a little bit of time. Because the benefits of a 10-minute walk after a meal are: you get improved digestion. So it's going to help flush out any toxins from your body. This in turn is going to make your internal organs work better, and it's going to improve your immunity. So that's pretty cool. Just 10 minutes of walking after your meal helps improve your blood sugar management. It'll reduce heart disease risk. It can help prevent bloating and acid reflux. So for any of us who get that from our food, well, just getting a little tiny bit of walking in actually will help prevent that. And it can help regulate blood pressure. And that's just a few of the many benefits. So think about adding in just a short walk after the meal, and notice how that helps your body just really start to digest, feel good.
I love that one, because that one normally means connecting with nature as well. And so perfect to go out and enjoy that.
Extra points if you hug a tree.
Yes, of course, always, always extra points. And so if you're out walking, then you should hydrate. So that's another one that as we get busy, we often forget to hydrate enough, taking in enough water, electrolytes. If you're taking in enough water, then it actually decreases your hunger, because a lot of times we have false hunger. It's really being thirsty, but we perceive it as being hungry. So we eat more if we're dehydrated. And if any of you are going to be drinking any alcohol over the holidays, think about this: alternating a glass of water with a glass of wine, or whatever your beverage of choice is. And if you alternate, it will keep you hydrated and more balanced, and you'll have a tendency to drink less alcohol.
Our last tip for today: find some ways to have fun. Just laugh, give yourself permission to be childlike, connect to that innocence and magic of the season. Julie and I make ourselves laugh all the time because we're sitting here and we're just really goofy people. So it's, so laughing just reduces stress. To just do something silly, play some fun music, wear hats, antlers. Julie's got plenty of those.
I do. I can't stop it, folks. I just can't myself.
So we wanted to give you guys, we're so happy you guys came. We wanted to give you guys some quick tips, and we'd like to also express our gratitude by giving you guys all, if you look at our courses, they're all 50% off right now. And we've added a bunch of cool bonuses in for the holidays as well, like hypnosis sessions as bonuses, which is pretty awesome, because some of those, like if you were to get one of our courses and join it, you end up paying less than you would for sessions with us. So think about joining that. We love you guys so much. I can't stop looking at your hat laughing. See, enjoy the time. Have some fun. We're thankful to have you guys. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you share, like our stuff, and because everyone can use a little bit more laughter and love in their lives. So make sure you're sharing it.
Yes, share, and we will see you all next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are so grateful and thankful for you sending love and positivity your way, and have fun with us. Invite people into the group. Have fun with this game. We're excited to give away some free hypnotherapy sessions, and